What is going on? Yeah, it's Money Webby here, back again on Thursday. An interesting night last night. A lot of value opened up after I made my video, which kind of sucks. I hate when that happens because I can't really announce to you guys on the video who are really some good plays after that. But I did mention that on Twitter. Last night was a prime example why you got to be following me on Twitter for any updates on these plays, on just guys I mentioned, due to the guys being out and stuff like that. So first off, Curry and Clay were both ruled out around 3 o'clock. So I tweeted out that I really like Kevin Durant. So the Kevin Durant guy becomes a good option, even though it's pretty obvious, but I figured I would tweet that out. And also I mentioned Lou Williams, who had a crazy good night last night. I said that really helps him with less chance of a blowout, so I figured he'd play some more minutes, even though I thought the Warriors would actually defend him a little better, but I still thought he'd get a little bit of a boost due to that, with that news coming out. So I liked Lou Williams and Kevin Durant. Both of them went off. Also, I mentioned Spencer Dinwiddie in my video. I thought that Allen Crabbe was going to be out. I thought a lot of these guys weren't going to be out, but Dinwiddie ended up not even shooting the ball with Allen Crabbe back last night. So I actually ended up pivoting to Goran Dragic over Spencer Dinwiddie because Allen Crabbe was back, and also they announced that Tyler Johnson was out, but he ended up not being out. But I still stuck with Goran Dragic because I figured that Tyler Johnson would be less than 100%, so I'm glad we did that because Dinwiddie was awful last night. Sorry about that if you ran him out. Just a terrible game for him. He wasn't really active on the offensive end. Not sure about that. It was a good matchup too. But also, I pivoted away from Thabo Sefolosha, who was my Dollar Tree play of the day, because they announced he wasn't starting. When he doesn't start, it seems like he gets no minutes. So I went with Andre Iguodala, who was okay, not bad. And then Bam Bam at 3.8K actually returned a decent amount of value as my other option. I gave kind of two options there. Honestly, I thought about mentioning Udo, the backup for Derek Favors, but that guy is so up and down, it seems like, when he gets minutes. I just seen last night, I got it going, he's kind of relies on the blocks, which are kind of hard to predict, but he actually had a really good night there. So that kind of sucked that I didn't mention him, but yeah, so I kind of these updates on the plays. That's why you really got to follow me on Twitter for all that kind of stuff. But we're back here again on Thursday. Also, we hosted that contest yesterday. This is the winning lineup if you didn't see on Twitter. It got 340 drafting points. Not many surprises, really. Udo, like I was mentioning, got 42 drafting points. Some of these other guys, I'm not really surprised, except Kemba Walker dropping 59. Didn't see a 59 bomb coming from Kemba there. So if you're in on Kemba, you're probably looking pretty good last night. Recommended Drummond yesterday. He went absolutely ham. 62 drafting points, and that was only in 3 quarters because they absolutely blew the doors off Brooklyn in that game. So that's Wednesday to recap everything that happened. But we're back again on Thursday, like I said. 3-game slate. My top 5 plays in Dollar Tree play of the day. Drop a like in the video if you're ready to go. Try to get over 50 likes or whatever, how many likes. Let's just drop a like in the video. I appreciate it, guys. Hope you guys got in the contest. If you didn't, I'll try to host some more in the future. So, yeah, top 5 players. LeBron James, first off, here we go. Pretty obvious here. Going against Toronto. Highest salary guy by far. Most upside. Kind of a disappointing night last time. This guy needs to go off for the Cavs to have any shot. It seems like night in, night out. Against Orlando, they barely won that game. He had to drop 75 drafting points. Got a little bit of rest after the game in Minnesota. That was the 8th. Today is the 11th, so a nice little 2 days off there to rest up for the old man to have a nice game here. Going against Toronto, this is a big game for Cleveland, so I think he's going to come out here guns blaze. And then Toronto is pretty good defensively down low. Jonas Valanciunas is pretty good down low. So maybe K-Love gets not... I mean, he's more of a wing player, so maybe not. But I just think LeBron is going to have a huge game here. Put the team on his back, similar to what he was doing earlier in the year. Kind of been up and down recently because their offense has been struggling. But this is a game I think LeBron's going to come out here with a chip on his shoulder after an absolute disaster of a game against Minnesota. So lock him in there. A little bit too much analysis for LeBron, but yeah, I had to go there. So DeMar DeRozan, 8,800 is next up, going to two highest salary guys on the slate, but it's for a good reason. And Kyle Lowry is out of this game as well. And DeMar DeRozan, crazy amount of shots after Lowry's kind of been out. Against Miami, 29 shots, and he put up 30 shots in that game against Brooklyn. Lowry did play, but I think he went out with 2 minutes left in OT, so DeRozan kind of still chucked up a couple more shots. But this game, easier matchup here going against the Cavs. They really struggle against guards. We know that. So DeMar DeRozan going against Cleveland here in Toronto. Normally pretty damn good in Toronto, averaging 42 DraftKings points per game. That's with Lowry in the lineup. Without him here, some more opportunities for shots, assists, and all that good stuff. So DeMar DeRozan, lock him in there. We're going to stick with this Raptors team. That's the theme of the video. The Toronto Raptors. The Cavs defense has been so bad here. So Jonas Valanciunas, this guy can honestly go off, but his minutes have been so weird like this year. Like, sometimes he's getting, like, 15 minutes, and then other times he's getting, like, almost 30. I don't know what this coach is doing, but every time he gets, like, more than 20 minutes, this guy's going off. And against Cleveland here, you'd figure that he'd get over 20 minutes. And also, they got Serge Ibaka suspended, so I think that Valanciunas is really going to have a good game here. Get maybe a double-double in the spot. We know that Cleveland kind of been struggling down low, so I think Valanciunas can have a big game here. Going against Cleveland, they've been so bad defensively. This game is projected to be the highest-scoring game of the night, and I think it will be. So Valanciunas, lock him in there. Like I said, Toronto Raptors, give me some right here. 5,100, Delon Wright, or however you say his name. This guy's been balling out every time he's been getting minutes, except that game against Brooklyn. But against Miami, had a good game that game, 13, 7, and 4. And against Cleveland here, a better matchup, like I said, some more possible points. Think he can honestly get over 30 DraftKings points yet again. We mentioned that 61-point huge game against Cleveland. I mean, that's crazy that he even can reach that. So that's good for his upside sake as well. And against Cleveland, like I said, easy matchup there. My friend's texting me about the gym. We'll ignore that, but right, lock him in there. So that's the fourth play. Next up, you got Murray with Tony Parker out. He should get the start, but you never know with Pop what's going to happen there. So maybe keep track of that on Twitter. Hopefully we get word of that, but the game is at 10:30. We get an 8 p.m. Lock there. So Murray, I mean, definitely keep track of this. Maybe a little bit more of a GPP play, but at 4,500, has good upside because he can fill it up in every category. And also, I think he's a good matchup against Lonzo Ball, that athletic point guard. He can give Lonzo Ball some trouble there. Patty Mills, kind of an undersized guard. And also, I think he could struggle against Lonzo Ball. So, Murray, good matchup here, 4,500. Lock him in there. So that is it, guys, for the top 5. You got Wright, DeRozan, LeBron, Valanciunas, and Murray. That's your top 5. And like I said, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, Toronto Raptors is definitely the theme because the Cavs defense has been so bad. We got 3 out of the 5 on the Raptors. And any updates on those plays, like I said, I'll tweet out on Twitter. Definitely follow me there. And then for my Dollar Tree play of the day, Tyrone Wallace. This guy came out of nowhere for the Clippers. In 3 games that he's been playing, he's just been balling out consistently. I read on Twitter that he was averaging like 25 points a game in the D-League, so he was balling out in the D-League. Now he's back here in the NBA, actually carrying it over. He dropped 40 DraftKings points against Golden State, which is very impressive. Going against Sacramento here on the back-to-back. Maybe he gets a good run yet again because they are on a back-to-back, but he did get solid minutes, so who knows. But they have Austin Rivers out of this game. And also Milos Teodosic, he is questionable. I guess he doesn't play in this spot. Give him an extra day of rest. I think Tyrone Wallace has shown enough where they can feel comfortable rolling him out in this game at 3,800. Good value here. We've seen him be pretty consistent every time he's been on the court. Even with 19 minutes, he dropped 18 against Atlanta. So a great sign for him. I was watching this game a little bit, the Clippers Golden State game, and he looked pretty good when I was watching. So at 3,800, a nice value play here tonight. Lock him in here. Tyrone Wallace. That's such a boss name. I love it. So at 5,500, you got your plays there. That's the money you got remaining. You can fill it out pretty easily here tonight. A 3-game slate. It's tough to find guys I feel extremely confident about. But Murray's the one I feel kind of questionable about because he is kind of up and down. So like I said, more GPP. But I feel very good about DeRozan, LeBron, Wright, Valanciunas. I think all those guys are going to have a good night. And I feel pretty good about Wallace, believe it or not, honestly, in that game. As long as Doc Rivers doesn't mess with his minutes. So that is it, guys. Drop a like in the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already to get these plays every single day. A little bit of a sporadic video. My friend's texting me, I don't even know what the hell is going on. I can't speak English today, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Wish you guys the best of luck, and like I said, I'll update any plays on Twitter and all that good stuff. Good luck tonight, guys. We'll see you back here tomorrow.